Hey y'all, it's me again, Valerie, and welcome back to my yarn room. Yay! Okay, before we get started, I would like to invite anybody who has not already to hit that word subscribe. When you do, give the videos thumbs up, share them if you can, and leave me a comment. Alright, it's been a while since I did something like this on here. Showing an actual project and how to do it. Alright, this is a bookmark. It's gorgeous, I think. And it is very easy to do. Very easy. Now, before we get started, I want to start by showing the yarn and the hook that I'm using. Okay. Now, I'm using a Clover E 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. Okay. Because the yarn is small. This is the yarn. It is Premier Yarns, and it's the Deborah Norville Serenity Garden Yarn. And it is a number 2. And it's a variegated. So you can make beautiful things and not even worry about changing colors. Alright, y'all want to learn how to do this? It is super, super simple. All this is the mile a minute. But it's a different mile a minute than the one that I showed on my channel. Alright, give me just 1 second and we'll get started. Alright, I'm back. Now, all I've done is made a slip knot and put it on my hook. I'm leaving a pretty long chain or tail because, well, I like that. If you don't leave a long chain. Now, I'm going to chain 13. So I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Now, I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to hold my yarn so it don't slip. I'm going to go into the bumps on the back. If you don't want to, if you want to go into the side of the stitch, go ahead. I'm going to count down 7. So, right there is my first bump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and I'm going to go into that 7th one. And I'm going to work 3 double crochets. This yarn is very slick, so it tends to twist. Okay, then I'm going to chain 2. Alright, I'm going to pull this a little bit because the reason why I'm doing it this way is because if you put all them doubles in that one, it tends to stretch. So, I'm going to yarn over, I'm going to hold it so it don't twist, and I'm going to go into the very next stitch. Oh, got too much. That's where them fingernails come in. There we go. Sometimes going in them bumps is a little bit tricky. And I'm going to put 3 double crochets in the next stitch. Alright, like I said, I'm going to pull it because that tends to tighten it up a little bit. Okay, now you got a big loop right there. What you're going to do is the remaining stitches, you're going to yarn over and you're going to go into the very first chain you made, right beside your slip knot. If I can see what I'm doing. There we go. It went blur for a minute. And I'm going to put a double crochet. Alright, row 1's done. So now you got a big loop on each side, and you got 2 granny shells, and in the middle a chain 2. Okay, to do row 2, you're going to chain 3. This is the repeat right here. So you start with chain 3, and you turn, because it ain't going to matter. You ain't got to worry about doing a double there. You're going to yarn over, and you're going to go into that chain. You're going to skip that granny shell. You're going to go into that chain 2, and you're going to work 3 double crochets. You're going to chain 2, and you're going to work 3 more double crochets into that chain 2 space. You see how easy that is? And what I'm doing is I am making bookmarks for all of the kids in my family, and I'm going to give them out at group because we meet at a library. What more could you want than a crocheted bookmark? Okay, I'm going to go here into the top of that chain space, but I'm going to make sure that I get 2 strands of the yarn. It seems to make it more sturdy, or sturdier, or however you want to say it. Okay, and that's row 2. And that's all you do. You keep doing that. So we're going to chain 3. We're going to put 3 doubles. We're going to chain 2. And we're going to put 3 more doubles. All into that chain 2 space. That's the only space you're working, is the chain 2 space. And, give me just a second, right there in the top of that chain 3. And now we're going to go right here into the top of the chain 3, and we're going to work a double. And there's row 3. And this is how fast this goes. Okay? All right, now I'm not going to keep going. But I did 13 rows of my shells on my bookmark. Okay? Let me pull it back over here so y'all can see it again. See, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, and I don't have a tape measure handy, but, I mean, y'all can tell that it's about the, maybe a row more than the length of my hand. And I think it's a good-sized bookmark. All right, let me show you how to finish it off. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, right here, I've started another one. They go so fast. I mean, super fast. And if you got kids in your family that like to read, or a sister, a brother, or whatever, this makes a great gift. All right, so I've only got 12 rows here, so I got to do my last row. Okay, so we're going to chain 3. We're going to turn it, and we're going to put in that chain 2 space 3 doubles. Y'all ever do that? Just slip right out your yarn? Kind of scares me when it happens. Alright, and then we're going to put a chain 2, and then in that same hole, we're going to go right back in it, and we're going to work 3 more doubles. Alright, and just like before, now this is the last row. And just like before, we're going to go into the top right here of that chain 3, and we're going to put a double. Okay, now that was my last row, so I've got 13 shells. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 sets of shells. Okay. So, to finish it off, what we're going to do is we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to turn. We're going to go right here into that chain 2 space, and we're going to put a single crochet. Okay? That gives us a big loop there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 6. And we're going to slip stitch right here into the top. If I can get it in there. Sometimes that one is tricky to get in. And this one's going to be real difficult. But I'm pretty persistent. Well, I didn't even go in the stitch. Okay. Let's try that again. Sometimes you got to wiggle it. Because that top stitch right there sometimes gets pretty tight. Okay, so we're going to slip stitch. Alright, now we're going to chain 1. And we're going to go right here into this chain 3 space. And we're going to put 3 single crochets. This is the border going around it to make sure that it doesn't twist on you. Okay, and then we're going to skip right there, and we're going to go right here into the next chain 3 space, or the double crochet, whichever side you're on. And we're going to put 3 single crochets. And that's all it is to bordering it. Now, when you get down here to where you've got them big loops, what you're going to do is you're going to skip. After you put your 3 singles right here, you're going to skip right over here to this. You're going to put 3 singles, then you're going to chain 2. And then you're going to put 3 singles right here. So you'll have 3 singles going this way, a chain 2, and then 3 singles going this way. Okay? Then you're going to skip over right here. And you're going to put 3 singles, chain 2, and then 3 singles. And you're going to do that all the way back up the other side till you get right here. And you're going to go from 3 singles right here in this to 3 singles right here, chain 2, and then 3 singles right here. And then you're going to skip out, and then you're just going to slip stitch right here into the top of your first single. And tie up your yarn, and you're done. And it makes a gorgeous bookmark. Gorgeous. Now, this is why I changed the pattern from putting all of these in one stitch. Because I noticed right here, I've got a little bit of pull. And I don't like that. And no matter how much I do this, it stays. So, I changed it to this because there's a lot less pull here. Okay, y'all. That's going to be all for today. And I'll meet y'all back here in the next one for another grand adventure. Right here in Val's Yarn Room. And I truly do love each and every single one of y'all to pieces. And do something nice for somebody. Even if it's just a smile. Alright, y'all. I do apologize for not having a video up yesterday when I had already told y'all that I'm planning 3 videos this week. Life happened. My daughter had to work, so I had to be grandma and take my granddaughter to her martial arts class. And by the way, she is doing good. She is learning so much. She's a tiny little thing, and we really want her to be able to defend herself just in case. Alright. So, I guess there ain't nothing left to say except for get your crochet on. I'm gonna. Bye, y'all.